Hey everyone. Hopefully everybody's Thanksgiving was really good. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about my coaching programs and just give you some things to think about to kind of guide you along the way. Health coaching is a relatively new profession for the most part. Coaching for anything really professional or self-development type of things is all still rather new, and a lot of people don't know a whole lot about it. And Lily is here too. Hi, Lily. I cannot guarantee her good behavior. She's been kind of all over the place today, so give her a little bit of the spotlight in my lap. All right. So you saw some promotional stuff last week about the challenge that I was doing. The challenge that I was promoting, and that actually starts tomorrow, which I'm excited about because I'm planning on participating too, since I got a few pounds to lose, it's not coaching. Basically what it is a little bit of an experience on what it's like to work with me and to see kind of what, like how I organize things, what different aspects I bring into one of my programs, how comprehensive it is, and basically a way for you to get a quick win without it costing too much. So the $97 promotion is not what coaching is supposed to be. And then those of you, like, say you didn't get a chance to sign up, or you're like, wow, this is a really bad time between holidays, which, yep, you're right, it is, for those who would be participating. You'd be experiencing how during a busy time of year actually does simplify things. So that's what that's all about. So many of you might be thinking, well, what about maybe after New Year's? Are you going to be doing something after New Year's? The answer is absolutely yes. I will actually be running another challenge after New Year's. But again, just like I was saying a second ago, it's not coaching. It's basically the same format of the challenge, just with some things reworked. Okay, so closer to New Year's, you're going to see another few days of promoting another 21-day challenge like that. Similar pricing, not the same, but similar. And yes, there will definitely still be a referral opportunity if you want to get friends and family on board. All right, so let's talk about what actual coaching is. So coaching is not how, like, somebody just, buys a program and you're sent some stuff and you're left to your own devices to navigate your way through it. That is not coaching. That is not a coaching program. It might be some sort of program that you purchased, but anything that you get to aid you with weight loss or healthy lifestyle of any type or fitness, if you buy something for it that's maybe sold by a health coach or something like that, if you're paying like anywhere from like a few dollars up to a few $100s, that is not coaching. All right, and I'm going to break down what that all means in just a moment. What is coaching is somebody like me putting together a customized plan for you, not leaving anything out. And by anything, I mean basically what PAFE is all about. Reworking, sorry, I just got distracted by a huge wind gust. Okay. Reworking everything about the way you eat, everything that you drink, everything that you snack on, all about your meals. We work together to get all of that figured out, including when there are disruptions to your routine and ways that could make you go off track. We work through all of that together, using time together. You would get customized workouts based on what you can't do, want to do, what your goals are, all of that together we would put together. The third part would be accountability. So how do you stick to it? Everybody's always got these great ideas of how to lose weight and how to get healthier, but everybody always complains, myself included, I've been there too, that it's hard to stick with it. It's just so easy to fall off of it. So then we work through what would work for accountability. And you're not left alone with that. Part of that accountability program is if you got to check in with me, then absolutely you can check in with me. I'd be your coach. That's what I'd be there for. You'd be paying me to do that as part of your program. And then the fourth thing would actually be your mindset. So there's a lot of mindset stuff on the internet lately, which is actually a very, very good thing. Because there needs to be more awareness about how much your mindset actually controls. It's something I've done a tremendous amount of research lately, mainly for my own purposes. I am a completely different person now than I was, I can't say 1 year ago, but like 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm not the same person. I do not recognize the way I think about most things. It's crazy. And it's all due to mindset training of different types. And so in a coaching program, the mindset training would include not just how you think about foods and meals and about how you perceive it, but more of like, I mean, it's partly that, sure, but it's more of like, okay, so say you got a quick win. Say one particular week you lost 3 pounds and you're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So sometimes when that happens, people tend to self-sabotage, and then it comes right back, sometimes worse. And then you feel guilt, and then you lose it, and then you self-sabotage again. And then you see what I'm going at? It's a circle. It's a vicious circle. Yes, I've absolutely been in that circle. It's like, oh, okay, I lost my weight. Now I can, like, celebrate. It doesn't sound like self-sabotage in our minds when we allow ourselves the excuse, but it's just something that happens anyways, for whatever reason, however it is the way that you might think about that. But it's one of many real problems that comes with the quick win that you get with weight loss and keeping it off and keeping going on towards your goals. Say you have to lose like 50 or something like that. How is 3 pounds going to equal 50 if you can't seem to stay on, right? So that would be my job, is to dig in and to help you figure all of that out and to help you, get past those, I hate to say it, but it's true, destructive thoughts that get in the way. So as you can probably imagine, yeah, we would talk about how this would pertain to your journey towards the healthy lifestyle that you dream of, but can you think about how this might actually leak into other areas of your life? Maybe the way that you perceive people, maybe the way that you use your support system, or what your support system sees with you. There's a huge ripple effect that actually can come with this. And it's not like I'm claiming to be a psychologist or something like that. Yeah, there's quite a bit of psychology that's rolled in with this. And being a teacher and being in the teaching profession for over 20 years now, I know, yeah, for those of you who do the math, that's a little crazy, right? I started in high school. That's why I always wore dress pants to school. Yeah, so, I mean, you tend to learn a lot about how people think. And it's not just children. I teach a lot of adults, too. And especially adults journey their way towards a long-term goal, the mental patterns are very, very similar as to how to stay on track, how to keep, slowly working towards it, how to be patient, how to pace yourself. The steps our mind takes and the ways we get distracted from that are actually really, really, really similar. That's why I'm so excited about adding this profession, is because there's so much that's actually really, really similar. It's fascinating to me. So anyhow, so basically that's what you would be paying for, is all of that customized towards what you would need. And then basically what you get is whatever result that you dream of the most. What do you want to see yourself look like? What do you want to experience as a result of meeting your goals? Let's say your goal was to lose 50 pounds. Okay, I'm just going to use that basic number. Okay, what would that do for you? How would that make you feel? Would that make you feel much more confident? Would that cause you to worry about way fewer things? Would that cause you to feel a lot more at ease about possibly having to deal with a chronic disease later on in life? Or what if you're currently worried about a diagnosis of a chronic disease? What if that's something that's like, maybe not backburnered as often these days? It's crazy. The average age for people being diagnosed with prediabetes and type 2 diabetes, like those numbers are going down and down and down. It's very alarming. And I think once, in the next few years, once we see, more studies coming in, based on the effects of COVID and lockdowns and not getting out and not prioritizing our health because of other health-related things, I think we're going to start to see the magnitude of what this has all caused. So anyhow, I'm actually a little bit off track. So think about then what it is that getting to that goal, that numerical goal, that measurable goal, what that would do for you, how that would change your life. I mean, I can sit here and tell you all day how much it's changed mine. I mean, you can go to my podcast for that. And actually, there'll be more on the podcast about that coming soon, actually. But it's not just about me. It's about you. What do you want? what do you see? What do you see yourself as looking like, as feeling like, as experiencing, as being able to experience? Say your goal was actually just to have a little bit more of an active lifestyle and more like mobility, more of an ability to to take a rigorous hike, to do something that you can envision you would really enjoy if you were in better shape for it. That's one small, not very well measurable goal. It's more of like a yes and no. Yes, I can get to this goal. Awesome. But, think of all the other things that could benefit just by getting to that goal. Oh my gosh, there's just so much to it. And everybody's so different because everybody, just has their own things that they want for themselves. But, yeah, it's a big deal. But basically, that's what you'd be paying for. You'd be paying me for the path to get you there, which I'm very, very confident, without a doubt, I absolutely can do that for you. No, I can't put the food in your mouth. No, I can't, make you and force you to work out because this is an online program. But I can give you everything else to get you there outside of any kind of doctor's diagnosis or a meal plan. I'm not just going to slap you with a meal plan. I can't do that, actually. Legally, I can't. I can work with you for it. We'll do that. We absolutely will. In fact, you'd get more out of that anyways. You'd be able to stick with it better. So it's kind of silly to me. But no, every other tool that you would absolutely need, you would get. So, all right, so I'm going to deviate from this for just a second, and I actually want to tell you what I just ate. So it was kind of like the bonus for tuning in and listening to this. So I ate what's probably meant to be a snack or a lunch, but it came out tasting like a dessert. It had 3 ingredients and took about 5 minutes to make. It was incredible. It was a Mission low-carb tortilla wrap, so basically like a high-fiber tortilla, which tastes like the regular ones anyways. It's like the whole wheat one. About a half of a cup of, I still have it here actually, because I've been just sitting at the table. Come on, there's a spoon stuck in it. There we go. Okay. One of these, it's like a Mott's applesauce that's no sugar added, and it's Granny Smith flavored, so it's got like an extra layer of tartness in it. It's really, really good. And then I added like a quarter cup, I did measure it out, a quarter cup of granola. I actually used some of my homemade granola, but like any granola would work. When I tracked it, it was a bit over 300 calories, but it was like filling, and it tasted like apple crisp. So basically, I put those 2 ingredients on the wrap, rolled it up, stuck it on like the cast iron skillet without butter. I didn't put it, forget that, I don't need it. And all I did was just like brown the edges, and like I rolled it over a little bit just so that it was evenly browned. I did take a picture of it actually, so I'm gonna post that in the comments here. But it was so good. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be doing a live video in a moment. I think I'm just gonna talk about this because I obviously didn't get the meal prep of that in there. It didn't matter. It only took a couple minutes anyways. Yeah, so a quarter cup of granola, half of a serving cup thing of the applesauce rolled up in a high fiber wrap, and it tasted like apple crisp in a wrap. It was so good. What a healthy dessert. Of course, desserts should be a bit lower calorie count than that, but I would say this is more of like a lunch type of item or a breakfast type of item instead. But definitely filling, like I'll be good for a while. So just wanted to share that with you. All right, so I just wanted to add a little bit more about the coaching program and why you really should consider hiring a coach if you're considering how to go about, like, say that's your New Year's resolution is to lose some weight or have anything that has to do with a healthier lifestyle. So say you're trying to start to think about, you got 1 month to go, right? You've got some things to consider. You've got some things to figure out, like how you're going to do it. Are you going to invest in something? Or are you just going to try to make the changes on your own? You're going to try to buy a product. There's a gazillion different ways to make this happen now, and it's a lot. It's a lot to think about and get through. Hopefully a lot of the content that I've been giving you throughout the year has helped you figure out how to narrow things down and what not to look for and what to deem as important. But one of the things you really should be thinking about is actually a coaching program. Yes, think of it as like an investment in yourself. The money you would spend on it can always be made back, but your health, especially a serious health diagnosis, some of those aren't reversible. Once you're labeled as, like, say, diabetic, for example, there's no cure. You don't go back to not being diabetic. Like, there's a remission for it, but it takes the same type of work it would take anyways if you were trying to prevent yourself from getting there to begin with. So some things can come back to you, like the money you spend on a program. Some of those things that might happen, like medical bills, just other things that could become an expense of some sort, for not going in a direction that's, I guess I kind of want to say, as long as you're willing to put in the work, you're guaranteed results. You are. You're not guaranteed a certain time because it's going to be different for everybody. But, you put in the work and then follow the directions, you're guaranteed results. That's what's going to happen here. So, it's considered an investment in yourself. The last point that I want to drive home today is that, okay, so coaching programs. All right, so what are we looking at as far as money goes? Now, as you've probably seen, I don't actually put the prices right on any of my published material. And the reason being is because it's complicated. There's different pricing structures depending on, a few different factors. So, for that, you just need to reach out and we'd have just a consultation call about it. And that's where you get all those numbers and get to figure it out. But I'll tell you what, say you're looking at other options, or say you're trying to figure out where in the ballpark this is going to cost. I'm going to tell you right now that if you're thinking that it's around a few $100s, ouch, no, it's not going to be a few $100s. The challenge that I just advertised was $100, and that was actually at a discounted rate to begin with. And that was something that was self-paced, comprehensive, yes, but not customized. It doesn't include coaching time, it doesn't include other things that would help guarantee the success that you need. So basically what we're talking about here is that if you purchase some sort of health-related product or weight loss-related product that's only a few $100s, you're not going to be getting the customization that you likely need. You are not going to be getting the personalized attention and ability to work really one-on-one with a coach that you need. At first, if you're not really aware of what the pricing of something like this costs, think of it this way. Say a health coach wants to make a full-time, really livable, really comfortable wage, okay? And then you start thinking about, well, how many coaching programs a week would that person have to sell? Are we talking, say, $300 a month? Okay, so let's say that. And say they want to make, $2,000 a week doing this kind of thing. It's a professional, very time-consuming, perhaps very time-consuming type of thing. Do the math. That's a lot of clients that health coach has to maintain over the course of that month, while still recruiting more clients to keep going from month to month to month. So, thinking about a time consideration, you're not going to get the amount of time from that coach that you would hope for, that you would expect. And if you only invested a few $100s in a program like that, I hate to tell you, you're probably going to be sorely disappointed. Maybe the product comes from a coach. That makes sense. That might be kind of fun to launch, for me to launch someday as I grow and have more offerings, but it's not going to be able to have that personalized one-to-one experience that you should get. It's the lack of customization and personalization cannot be there because there's literally not enough time in the day for that, to maintain that many clients. So hopefully you're understanding that and you follow that. So, but we're also not talking about something that's like $5,000 or more, okay? So that on the flip side, there are health coaching programs out there that are $5,000 for, say, 12, 16 weeks. They exist. They're absolutely out there, okay? Are they worth that? Yes, to the person that understands that value. And, the person that's like, okay, I'm very well aware, this person is highly regarded, super experienced, they've been around for a while. Maybe someday I'll be charging that. I don't know yet. I've thought a lot about what my price range is. I've worked with very experienced food professionals about what that is, and it's what I'm supposed to be charging. So, especially for somebody new to the industry. I can guarantee, though, as I work with more and more clients and more time goes by, I will not be at that price point forever. So if this is something that you're considering, especially if you're considering for the new year for yourself, I just encourage you to reach out and schedule a 30-minute consultation call with me. We actually end up talking a lot more about you especially since I'm always talking about me and what I'm doing and stuff. We would talk more about you and what you need, actually. That would be most of the call, and then the rest of it is just the last few logistics and stuff. So, last thing is a couple things to think about. If you're worried about time, a lot of what my program is guided towards busy people, because I get it. We're all busy. It's never the right time. But that's exactly what this program's all about. It's for somebody who is lacking the time. I'm a health coach. I get to work with you. I get to figure out all that stuff for you and figure out how to save you time and money too. Okay, so like that's what it's all about. We get to take care of that right away. All right. So, do some good thinking about this. Maybe watch this video a couple times just to try to understand a little bit more of what I'm trying to say and really the importance of it if this is something that's on your radar for the new year. And definitely reach out. Definitely reach out. See what I'm all about. The 30-minute consultation call is free. It's at no cost to you except 30 minutes, It's worth it to at least see what it's all about. Alrighty? So I'm right here, just a quick little DM away. Alright? So hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight as to maybe where to go next. Okay? So enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend coming up. Actually, enjoy the fact that it's not like 30 degrees out there if you're in the Buffalo area. It's like 50 right now. 52 is what my little thermometer says right there. Okay? That's kind of nice. A little windy, though. All right. You take care. Enjoy your day.